Hello and welcome to Smallton. Well, we've got an enviable task of modifying the wheels on all my Macklin stock that I've just bought. So this is the crane. Now I've already done two of the wheels on here, so this is the last one on this crane. So I thought somebody would find this useful. Now this would be particularly good for Railway 187 or Arcadia Junction, because I happen to know they use 3 rail systems and have 2 rail systems. So what we're doing, so what we've got to do is first of all take your wheels out, which should be fairly easy, and then take one wheel off the axle. So you've got this kind of format. Now, using some heat shrink, place a heat shrink over the axle and then just cut a random section, or cut a random section about 3/16 1/4 inch long. You will be trimming it down afterwards, but you may need to use all of this. It depends on how much effort and how much you want to insulate it. Of course, if you want to insulate all the axle, then just simply cut a section for all the axle. It's entirely up to yourselves. Now, I don't know if anybody else uses 3 rail, but you have two outsides that are the same polarity, and then the centre sections a different polarity. It's usually AC systems that do that. Now I'm going to try to cut a piece on here. So now, depending on how thick your tubing is, you need heat shrink. Normal tubing will not do. It has to be heat shrink. Now, I'm just cutting 2 sections because I haven't got quite the right drill bit, and the local the big DIY place is still in pieces. Apparently that opens in August, so I've not long to wait. So you cut 2 pieces. You'll see why in a minute. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shrink those on, and I'll show you the results. Now I can't do that one-handed, so I'm going to go and do that off camera, and then I'll show you afterwards. Okay? Right, well there we go. Well, that's heat shrunk onto there now, and as you can see the diameter is a lot larger. Now you need this as insulation, otherwise you'll find that there is, if you put a 3 rail wagon onto your 2 rail system, it shorts it out. So the next step is to drill out the centre of this wheel. Now there's plenty of meat around the centre of the wheel there to do this, but I wouldn't go much over I wouldn't go much over 1/8, otherwise the wall on that will get fairly thin, and you might not have the grip or the stability, and then you need to buy new wheels. And what I'm trying to do is save you a little bit of money, because I've got quite a lot of wheel sets to do, and I just don't want to spend hundreds of pounds on wheels. Right, so having done that, you then, if you have a little vise or some way of holding your wheel, And if you don't have a little vise, I would strongly recommend you acquire one. They're extremely useful. Make sure everything's nice and tight, just like a no, I won't make that comment. It's not. Well, I'm sure you know the answer. Right, what we're going to do now is drill this out. So we're going to use 2 drills, or 2 drill bits I should say. This smaller one just to open it out and center everything and check that it runs true, and then this larger one and just finish it off with a small file to get the right size so that I can put the wheel on. And once I've done that, drilled it out and fitted the wheel, I'll show you what next to do. Okay? Right, well, we've drilled the hole, but it's slightly smaller than what I need. I would also suggest you just clean up the back with a small flat needle file, and every model should have them. And then what I'm going to do is just open that out slightly with a round needle file and make it fit. Now you'll probably have better access to equipment than what I do at the moment. Personally, I can't wait for the DIY centre to be rebuilt for numerous reasons. So I put that back in there. What I'll do is just ream that out slightly with a round file until my axle fits. Once it does that, I'll show you how to gap it. Some of you may have these wheel gap measurers. I don't. Would I like one? Yes. At the moment I have other priorities for buying things. Like the fact that while I was away, some nice kind person did some damage to my car. Bastards. And I'm afraid the car does take priority over this. Anyway, not to worry. Right, I'll ream this out and then show you this mounted on the axle on what we do from there on. Okay? I'm going to try and do this one-handed. What I do to gap them, because I don't have a gauge, is to use my vernier here. And that doesn't seem to be too bad. So, the next step on there, to make sure that nothing ever moves, is to drizzle some super glue between the wheel and the axle. And just leave it to set and it should be fine. So I'll be back in a minute. Oh, there we go. Hopefully that other bit of the video has been saved so I can patch these to it. One day I'll learn how to do all this properly. So that's what we've got now. We've got this wheel secured in place on the on its insulation. Make sure it's square to the axle. I mean, it doesn't look like that from here, but trust me, it is. It's very hard to tell. And we put some super glue between the axle and the wheel, and that should secure everything in sight. Now I've got plenty of heat shrink. The next one we're doing is a carriage, which came with one of the sets that I showed you last time. And while we've got that apart, we'll be lighting it as well and putting people in it. So I hope you've enjoyed that and it's been useful to somebody. All I have to do now is trim that excess insulation off, and job's a good one. Well, it's good enough for government work, let's put it that way. And if somebody got use out of it, please just leave a comment. It does help. Any other questions, queries you've got about Smalton or any of the stock on here? Yes, Blue Pullman's on here for a very good reason, in the fact that it's going to be repaired. I will either convert it back to DC only, or get it working so it doesn't go in fits and spurts like it has been doing. And also probably next time we'll be showing you my new little purchase wandering around the track on its own, which should be fun. Well, fun for some anyway. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Like I say, any comments, queries, just leave them in the doobly-doo below. And I do try and answer everybody, even if it's a thanks for watching. So there you go. Enjoy yourselves and happy modelling. So bye from me, and bye from me again. Bye.